Alrighty. VIckers Mk.F, as said, not the best and certainly not the worst tank in its tier. I played 20 games in it now. My eyes are dropping out, my brain's gone to mush, and yeah. This footage here is, I think, the first day of the release of the new line, and I've been playing the tank trying to get some decent footage, but I thought I'd put this game in because it's a little piece of history. It pretty much just shows you how mad the release of the new line is. So it's 7-on-7, all Vickers Mk.1s, and I think I made this point in my video yesterday when I was playing the Largo. Really hard in an event to do anything, to really review anything properly, but I'll do my best for you. So the Vickers Mk.1, first thing to note, it's pretty mobile, it's okay. The gun I really like. The gun, I think, given that it's a tier 1 gun, is pretty good. Doesn't have bad dispersion, it's pretty accurate, doesn't have a vast amount of damage, but everything at this tier is sort of pew 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 pew. It's like that. The tier 1 is now just like, yeah. And I could show a load of footage whereby people drove in front of me in another Vickers Mk.1 and we just sat there and traded shots with one another. It'd be really boring. And generally I win because I've got full crew skills and I get the odd full roll and I can aim and stuff. Not like that shot there, by the way. But you know what I mean. The tank doesn't have any armour to speak of, and if you look at the way it's set up, the turret's set up quite high on it, which is good in a way because you can make some reasonably nice shots over distance, and you can. It's a good weapons platform, but the sort of counterpoint to that is that you just get shot in the turret because there's no armour on the turret. It just, you see me taking shots at these campers at the back in a bit, and I'll just pen them straight through the turret, no worries at all. And for me, that's a bit of a shame. I think it would have been really nice if Wargaming, given this tank some turret armour, would have given it some, I don't know, interesting properties, because the turret could sit up and you could, you know, ridge fight in it and use the turret and take some bounces. But I don't think tier 1 is any more about learning anything, to be honest. I mean, it's so vanilla. It scares me these days. It's just everything's the same. There's no armour. It's just pew 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 all game, just ping 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 ping. And I found, to be honest, I found it very depressing to play this tier. I really have, and you can see I make a horrendous mistake there because I'm not used to playing this tier anymore. So I kind of pull out, and I'm just not anticipating that there'll be 3 players all dog locked onto that corner because they haven't moved all game, because they're all set on spawn, and that's not their fault. It's because they learned the game. It's just a bit kind of depressing. So the thing is, when you saw me made that mistake there, which was like bad gameplay, you could see that my hit pool just got wrecked because I'm not going to take any in the turret, in the tracks, on an angle, nothing. Every time you get shot in this tank, it's just pew 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 pew. You get hit for 39 or 41 off another Vickers Mk.1F, and that's pretty much it. So I played like 20 games. I got about a 62% win rate. I wasn't playing in platoon. Just, yeah, I had a nice team there, by the way. They did hold. They played really well. There's a guy who got top damage. All good. Now then, what I will say is this, and bear with me on this. If I wanted to win a ton of games at tier 1, I would not be driving the Vickers Mk.1F thing, right? I would be driving the pz.II. The pz.II is quite probably the best tank in tier 2 as well as tier 1. So if I was so minded to play it in an event or release of a new tech tree, and I wanted to be a sort of spoiling bastard, what I would have done is basically just got this tank out and driven it for as many games as I could stand and just win a rate load of games. And I want to show this game because I want to make the point about the VIckers Mk.F. It doesn't have the properties the pz.II has, because when Tier 1 was cleaned out at 5.5, along with everything else by the way, for some reason Wargaming pretty much left the pz.II alone, and someone please correct me on channel if I'm wrong, they think they left it alone because they left it with armour. I mean, for some strange reason, I mean, I know the gun's not amazing, but it's perfectly fine. I won't fire a single round of APCR in this game. They left the pz.II with armour, and it has ended up being borderline OP because the armour was taken off of everything else, and yet you can truck around in a pz.II nicely angled up using the turret. I mean, look at the bounces I've got. There's 280 in bounces with a Tier 1 tank playing in a Tier 2 game, which is just silly, and it does show how the tier is on one level perfectly balanced in that everything's pew pew like shit, and yet how it could still be a decent tier for people to learn in if the tanks were restored to having properties that people could learn and play, because you don't learn anything in a VIckers F. Like, I'm playing that, like what, 20 games? I'm not going to learn anything playing that. I'm trying to review the tank. There's nothing to review. It just, that's all it does, and it gets penned, and it has no special properties. It's like every other tank in this tier, except for the pz.II. pz.II's still got a unique playstyle to it. It still has an armour profile. You can still angle it and get bounces and get behind stuff because the gun's not that good. It's just an addition to a tier that's so vanilla it makes me want to weep. So it's not the tank. The tank's fine. It's just what Tier 1 is at the moment. So play 100 games, you won't learn anything. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See ya. Bye.